Katt Williams did an interview with Shannon Sharpe last week, Wednesday. And when he did the interview, after that, the whole internet went ablaze. He was dropping gems as well as he was dropping bombs because he called every name in comedy that's important. And Katt Williams is not only breaking the internet right now, Katt Williams is breaking the system right now. Here's why. Even though Katt Williams is probably one of the most influential, one of the most popular comedians ever, Katt Williams represents the underdogs. Even though he's so talented, even though everyone knows he's so funny, people are not seeing Katt Williams out there for the roles, for the specials, for all those things. They are not seeing Katt Williams out there. And just like any of your other favorite comedians, you're just not seeing them out there. Look at Kings of Comedy. Kings of Comedy was a very good presentation. It was well put together. But everybody knows Bernie Mac was the funniest person on that show. And he brought that up too because Bernie Mac was not put last. It was Cedric the Entertainer last. And I don't know about you, but I have never found Cedric the Entertainer funny. A lot of other people like Cedric the Entertainer, and props to him. Not everybody likes everybody, and that's fine. But I have never found him funny. I don't know about you. But Bernie Mac was the funniest in the whole entire show. And they must have known. But due to their own bias and their own gatekeeping, they put who they wanted to put for their own selfish reasons. Bernie Mac was the funniest person on that show. And they must have known. But just because of their own selfish reasons, gatekeeping, they didn't put him last. And they would have not given the people what they wanted. Listen, a lot of comedians are not just really funny. A lot of comedians are space fillers, right? As a matter of fact, let me tell you how you know when a comedian is really funny, right? When a comedian can laugh at themselves. When a comedian can tell a joke. When a comedian can tell a joke about themselves. They can be vulnerable. Dave Chappelle is a master at it. He talks about his experiences, whether the story is made up or not. Whether the story is made up or not. But a lot of them are embarrassing about himself. What I've never liked about Steve Harvey's comedy or Cedric the Entertainer's comedy or a lot of other people's comedy, it's really about making fun of others. They have never really exposed themselves to ridicule or scrutiny. So it's really hard to connect with a comedian like that. You don't get to connect. So as I said, Katt Williams is breaking the system. He's knocking down on the walls of gatekeeping. That's why he brought up the story about Kevin Hart. There are a lot of funny comedians. There are a lot of people out there. And he says Kevin Hart basically came out of nowhere and just had his own special. He had everything. His own movie. He had a show. He had all this while other comedians were selling out theaters. And even so, people want to see more of Katt Williams. People want to see more of Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle walked away from $50 million while he was willing to do his show. He was being forced to do it in a way that he didn't want to. So he had to walk away. He had to walk away from it. That just goes to show you the show was going well to date. This is the top selling DVD comedy series of all time. And Dave Chappelle had to walk away from $50 million to continue producing the show. And for some reason, they allowed him to stop because they wanted him to do it their way. The rule of show business is give the people what they want. And if you see that someone is selling out shows, people regard them as the funniest person. People regard the show as the best comedy sketch TV show of all time. And you are going to impede that for whatever reason fans don't care about. Fans just want the show. And the rule of show business is give the people what they want. And the people want Katt Williams. The people want Dave Chappelle. I'm sorry, I'm just repeating the same two people, but I'm just talking about two of the greats. Because you see the Steve Harveys out there, you see the Cedric the Entertainers out there, you see the other people getting big roles, and a lot of them are just not that funny. Not as funny as, or not as big as an audience as some of the people who are not getting these opportunities. So basically, the whole system is what Katt Williams is really breaking down right now, because it's not only in comedy. A lot of different fields of professionalism. You have the person who is not necessarily the most talented at the job, who are being promoted, who are getting better jobs, better pay, better opportunities, and the person who really knows the job are left behind. And if you look at Katt Williams' career, even though he sells out shows, even though he does all these things, he makes the opportunity for himself. There's no one coming and saying, we need Katt Williams, and they want to do it in a way that Katt Williams wants to do it. It's not only in comedy, right? Think about the people you know who are very good, and you always say, you should be here, you should be there, and they are not getting the opportunities. Just think about those. Matter of fact, write those names of those people in the comment section, and I want you to say who they are and what they are good at, and let me know. Bless up everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.